game number 2.
Down here in the bottom left, in the teal, the Protoss player, 1 game away from elimination.
SK Telecom T1 paralyzed.
Never want to be a game away.
No. And to the top left in red, the man known as
Spacer Innovation.
Yeah. It's actually his first and last name.
Right.
Innovation Acer. Pretty cool.
Yeah. It's on his birth certificate. Because I actually used to be known as bogus, so I was wondering.
We're confusing the Hot 6 Cup, I think. Or can,
Hot 6
rather.
can has been pretty talkative today.
Yeah. Popping up at pretty inappropriate moments.
Well, I mean, sometimes the Hot 6 can explodes and bangs into things, breaks open glass and whatnot. But today he's just been a bit questionative. Like, he's asking me some questions. I'm a bit rusty in my Hot 6ian. I'm not. You can't. Besides, I know what he's trying to ask me, but
Yeah. Kind of just makes a sound. I assume he's just asking, what?
so let's wait and see what happens here. It's too early to say whether or not it's going to be Phoenix's, and we're at vertical spawns just like last time we had this map. Innovation is gearing up here to do his very same build he's done every single game. Reaper, Reactor, Command Center, and so is Paralyze. The exact same build, exact same opening. Variations. Gonna make the Zealot for now in case it gets eBay blocked. And we'll cancel it as it becomes appropriate to do so.
You know what they say, what isn't not working, don't change it up.
Yeah.
Something like that, I think.
If it isn't malfunctioning, then everything's fine.
Yeah.
That's what they say.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Pretty common phrase here at the GSL.
So this SCV comes in, sees no second gas, knows a Nexus is going to be dropped on his way out. He's going to see that. Zealot is canceled. Doesn't need the Zealot to clean up an eBay block. And what do we have here?
This is a sneaky probe.
What is he going to do with that?
This is a big map, you know. Maybe you say, hey, I'm picking Deadwing. Well, looks like he's just going for a scout.
Yeah, I suppose so. Wow. Just pokes a bunch of those probes, doesn't get any kills. Does see the CC now. And we'll go into the main base to confirm that there are no additional Reapers. The Marines are popping out. Will he try to see the eBay? Decides to save the probe instead. Fair choice. It's Innovation. He's probably making the eBay. Besides Myungshik, these guys have pretty much been doing like the same builds every game. Just keeping it standard, keeping it real. There's the Stargate. You were right.
Yeah. And that Reaper actually doesn't catch that probe. So the probe is still alive there at that 4th base.
Probe's coming down, Mandarin over. Commies are getting set up here.
Oh.
No scale on the eBay, as we mentioned earlier. Probe! Oh, he looked death in the eye before he went down.
That's a brave probe.
Not a cowardly probe.
Yeah.
He's like, my father always said, never die with your back to the enemy.
Exactly.
That's what he said. I mean, you don't have to confirm this. It's like common knowledge.
Yeah.
So, Oracle first. We'll be seeing a Phoenix fall a little bit later. Great scan here.
Perfect. Catches it just on the edge there.
That money scan. 2 turrets started immediately. And they're going to be way ready. Or rather, way before they'll be ready way before the Oracle arrives.
Yes, they will.
To finish my thought. Well, it's going to try for something anyways. Can't just cancel.
Yeah.
Build doesn't work that way. It's not the end of the world. It does force turrets. That's money. And
Oh.
no.
Trying a bit of Korean casting myself. Oracle. Oh.
Yeah. Sometimes the gist of it. But actually, like, I've thought a lot about doing a write-up on how Korean casting differs from foreign casting. It's actually quite interesting.
Yeah. It's funny because as we got better and better at Korean, our listening skill got so good to the point where while we're casting and we have the headphones on, we can sometimes hear what they're saying and we get distracted by it. And we're like, is that really what they're saying? Are they just really saying Oracle, Oracle, Oracle over and over and over again? Is that really what's going on here?
Oftentimes this can be the case. They do do a lot of analysis as well, though.
Yeah,
especially Kanata, for example, and Daehyun at Pro League. But this is an Oracle with running into a bunch of dead ends. Yeah, a lot of scouting information, but damage-wise, I mean, what are you gonna do? He scouted you. He's got everything set up. Reaper is like
2 kills on that guy.
He died like a coward.
Yeah.
On his way out. Probe looked him in the eye. Stalker's got revenge.
He's a coward. But he did get 2 kills.
What was that? Oh, I guess he started a turret to protect the SCV building the command center, but didn't happen. All right, the aggression is coming. Looking at the units on the units tab here. Wow,
that's just not going to work. Innovation. I'm sorry.
He needs to.
You need to protect that first, and then you can make a turret.
He's going to need to have.
There you go.
He's going to need to have units with him.
Yeah.
To make that.
Oh.
Wow. He's like, all right, I've had enough. He like pulls all his SCVs and doesn't attack. This is not an engagement that Innovation could take. No way.
No. Gonna have to lift off and take away those units. Fly away.
Well, that turret looks so lonely now.
Yeah. Just gives up on the turret being made. He's just like, oh, fine, I'll just make the CC.
We did see like a ring around it though. He clicked on it, so I think he's gonna make it. He's gonna finish it. Yeah, it's going on the production tab now. So I mean, that turret will eventually finish. And we have Blink coming out first. And look at this. He's really trying to make this Oracle worth something.
Already 6 kills. That's so surprising, given that this was totally scouted. It goes back to what we were saying before. Is this kind of build worth it? Well, sometimes it is.
You just have to do it if you go for a Stargate. You just have to try to make it work. As long as you're good at control. I mean, these guys are some of the best players in the world. Their 8 PM is off the chart, man.
Yeah. 2 more kills on buildings being built.
Yeah, slowing the buildings down. He slowed the 3rd CC down so much. He's got his own 3rd Nexus up in just a second here to be ready to mine from. 1-1 upgrades. He's not. I'm not skipping out on those. Uh-oh, gotta get that Oracle out of here.
And he does.
Those flying vultures. This really reminds me of Vulture now every time I look at it. Not nearly as swift or agile as a Vulture, and definitely no spider mines, but cool if Vikings had a speed upgrade.
Like some kind of boost, like a medevac or something?
Just like a flat speed increase or a fat acceleration increase where you could see a little bit more micro potential out of them. Because they really are pretty cool units.
That would be interesting.
Or even an upgrade to decrease the transformation time. That's what I'd like to see.
Heart of the Swarm? Or Legacy of the Void?
You could call it like instant transformation or something. Like maybe like it can do like a moving transform. So like it can like kind of transform while it's moving forward. Kind of roll down, kind of like in the cinematic for Heart of the Swarm.
That would be cool.
That would be pretty sick.
Yeah.
I would like that. I always wish that Viking Harass was more viable. They just take so long to transform.
They just like roll in.
They used to actually be a lot stronger, their ground attacks when they were on the ground in the beta. I remember you could actually like kill charge zealots with those things.
Yeah. Time long past.
Time long past. Well, I mean, things are looking pretty even for these 2 players. No big edges here or there. 3rd bases are up. We've been seeing a lot of passivity in this matchup, this group. We've been seeing It's our 4th in a row PVT, and the mid game, like around 12 to 15 minutes, has been pretty quiet. There's not a whole lot of attack or anything going on because it's so hard to be the attacker in a matchup where defense is so widely available. You're always going to have the more production, you're going to have your units more clumped up, you're going to have the high ground, the concave, so until one player makes a mistake, it's hard to get damage done. This will change coming up in a few minutes as these compositions start to get more fleshed out. I want to point out also that, excuse me, that we don't have Phoenixes. This is a very different approach than what I thought he was going to do, what you thought he was going to do. Stick him with just the Oracle, and then going into good upgrades.
Yeah. Very, very funny. Because, I don't know, Myung-Sik went for the style on this map. He did lose the game, but I argue that bit of a timing attack that he wanted to pull off kind of put a hitch into his build, messed up the timing, and Kira took advantage of it. But Paralyze is choosing to go pretty standard here. Just wants to play straight up against Innovation. Thinks he can beat him that way.
Yeah. I'm just looking at this, like, army supply, worker supply. It's always located at the top right, but just a closer look at it there on screen, it's pretty even. It's notable that Innovation has a worker lead, which means that most of the chrono boost of Paralyze has been used on his tech, like his Storm, you know, his upgrades, and that's actually, in this case, I think it's really good. But Innovation is always on top of his upgrades. He loves to get that eBay out, like, before he makes any other structures. He gets that eBay out at, like, 6 minutes. He's, like, super early on the eBay.
Yeah, always puts him ahead in upgrades. We see him now 3-3 on the way and +2 to vehicles as well.
Okay, this is a scary army. Not pulling his SCVs with this or anything like that. Just poking around. He's got Ghosts with his army now. Time Warp here. Help out quite a bit. Now, where are the Storms? 2 of them go down right now on top of those Vikings.
Taking a lot of damage are the Vikings. It forces him to back off. He doesn't want to fight under that Nexus Cannon just yet. He's waiting and wants to regroup here, but Paralyze wants to take an attack. He wants to go for this.
Yep. Okay. Poking again here. But this time it's Innovation who forces Paralyze to retreat. Okay, Storm's coming from the left side.
Oh, man. A lot of these Vikings are not getting the shots they need, and there's still five Colossi alive. And a blink forward, he's taking out more Vikings right now. Pretty good EMPs on those Archons, but again, really nice Storms here. And the Colossi in the back are just too much for Innovation to handle right now. He's forced to back off. A huge warping in the main base at the same time as Zealots.
Yeah, could actually stop those 3-3 upgrades from finishing, it looks like, if he targets. He doesn't target, but regardless, he's killing a lot of reinforcements, killing Ghosts that are popping out. Gonna split this High Templar up here to, I guess, do some scouting or something. But this command center, will go down, and he loses the eBay. That's researching armor. War Prism does go down, but some depots falling. You know, I think it might have even gotten. I can get the Ghost Academy.
Not quite, but he's still got a huge army here. The Colossi just way too much for Innovation to handle right now. Bio Army is being lasered. All 5 Colossi still alive. He's going to blink back for now.
Gotta be careful. There's a lot of Vikings here. Okay, here come those Zealots. That's what he needs. Yep. That's kind of his insurance policy here. And actually, that's it. GG. We're going to Game 3.
Unbelievable. All these series have been so close. We're having another Game 3 here for this 4th series. Paralyze showing that he's not going to be taken down 2-0.
Looking solid.
Yeah. Playing a lot more passively. I feel like he knew in that first game his army control wasn't the best. Kind of got lost attacking that factory, and this time he fought on his terms. And that's what did it for him. Innovation just being a little bit too... I don't know, he was fighting way too early with his Vikings. He lost so many of them. Really good Storms out of Paralyze to take down a lot of them. They didn't really do the damage they needed to on the Colossi.
Yeah. And, I don't know, man, that was just a really solid game overall by Paralyze there. He just played straight up. I mean, kept it real, kept the upgrades going. Okay. Game 3. One of these 2 players, the loser of this final set, is going to Code A. The winner move on to that final match to face off against Myung-Sik for all the glory. Going to the round of 16. A lot of money involved here.
Yep. Merry-go-round is the map choice here for Innovation.
It is. What do you think? Do you think it's a good map pick?
I don't know. It's a 3-player map. It's definitely a lot smaller than Deadwing, that's for sure. Maybe he wants to put on the aggression here. Wants to stop Paralyze before he gets that big death ball, I think.
I'd really like to see Innovation try to avoid, because he's really trying to play with the strengths he's known for. I'd really like to see him do a little bit more of an aggressive drop or something. All right, loser of this match. This map goes to